usually don't think of Columbus, Ohio, I think of an art scene, and that's exactly why I wanted to make this video. Something really special that happens here. A lot of people in spaces want to encourage your craft and teach you the ways of not only art as a business, but the ways of life. I'm from a small town called Pickerington, Ohio, and right now I'm in the city of Columbus in my own personal art studio. If you're a young artist and you're like, how did she get that opportunity? I'm literally gonna tell you, so stick around. I'm still in the process of moving into this space. I'm literally getting paid to make art here. All it took for me to find that out is networking, because you can make connections with artists and they will teach you the way. You can also have art internships with business owners who run spaces. Don't underestimate volunteer work, especially if you're young. Learn skills, develop a resume, build credibility and experience, and you can get an opportunity like this. This is a mural city. The first space I was involved in was Wild Goose. I had an internship at Wild Goose Gallery. It's a gallery within the Franklinton Arts District, and I recently went to a goblin rave. A goblin rave is like one of the examples of something cool that happens in the Franklinton Arts District every second Saturday of the month. Imagine vendors. This place comes alive. Like, this streets has so many artists. They're artist studios. 400 Westridge. This is where you discover the district. It is Roy G. Biv Gallery. Because I literally asked them, I said, this is a for-profit gallery, and I was like, how do y'all make money to run? I met with them. And I was like, do you have any work opportunity for me here? And that's how simple it is. You can go up to the door when it's open, meeting with these people, and they gave me advice about life. The Milo Arts District is a bit more eccentric. Basically, artists live and work in their studios. In Franklinton, at 400 Westridge, they work. At the Milo, they live. Little art shack called the Dallas, and I absolutely love this space. It's so eclectic, and it's like a little speakeasy next to a more white wall art gallery called 934 Gallery. Hosts an annual mural festival. So basically what that means is like vendors, but also buildings surrounding the area. Every year they get repainted. I was selected as one of the muralists in 2024, and it was my very first mural. I had never used spray paint, so I wanted to try it out. I created this like monstrous creature. It was cool to do that and experience that, but like, this is a really good opportunity to build a portfolio and showcase what you can do on a larger scale. And if you don't know how to do it, I really recommend getting in contact with someone. All of the artists there literally want to help you. As I was painting the mural, this guy approached me while I was on the ladder, and he was telling me that him and his friends were gonna have a jam set, like one of the coolest nights of my life at the time. They were DJs, and like, I had never even known about DJing. And I literally met them, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. It's really magical, the energy. The space is so cool that I created a video. It's worth checking out, and you can get a lot of info. See kind of how to interact with artists, just like ask questions and like be curious. And that's basically what networking is. Finding things out, finding the information you need. And when you graduate high school, it's very taboo to like be an artist. It's very like, oh, you're not gonna make any money, but you can. That's when I want to talk about Block Fort. I literally learned how to be an artist at Block Fort. Basically, it's a studio space. The artists don't live there, except for like the main artist. And he's almost like the dad of this space. Like, he helps everyone, and he has interns, like very select few interns that he rotates year round. And I was one of those interns. It's very educational. These people are like working artists.
This is my studio. My business name is Juliana Designs. I'm an immersive realism artist. I like creating works that have an emotional connection to the art itself. I like to bring out social issues in my painting. Some of that includes human trafficking. Some of it includes modesty requirements on women. It includes poverty and domestic abuse even. So I've been here since February. The reasons I wanted to come to Blackport was because even though I was successfully working out of my own house, I wanted community and connection. So I came here and it was like I have all these friends and colleagues that I get to work with every week in an inspiring atmosphere, and we get to collaborate on projects together, and it's amazing. A typical work day is a balancing act over office work versus creative work. The office work is what fuels more creative work to happen and bills to get paid, but I always want to do the strictly creative work. So I'll come in and I'll work for maybe 4 hours painting and doing creative projects, and then like force myself the last 2 hours of the day to do some office work, take a break, come back, reward myself with more creative work. A lot of days I don't even get to come to my studio because I'm out doing installations in my community. I discovered a mural in a doctor's office during a really hard time, and I connected with that in a way I hadn't connected with art before. And I became obsessed with it so much that my parents eventually caved and let me paint my bedroom. And then the dance studio I went to let me paint the dance studio and paid me to do so. And so that was my first painting experience, was working on large scale walls. And I mean, it's hard to be an artist working with social issues and not feel enthusiastic about what can we do as a community to solve these problems. Emotional when it comes to that. And also I'm deeply emotionally tied to the nonprofit art communities in Columbus that are working tirelessly as volunteers to make sure artists have income for their work and opportunities in our city.
What advice would you give to a young person wanting to immerse in the scene?
Do things even if you're afraid. It's okay if you're afraid, it's okay if you don't know what you're doing. Try anyways, and you're gonna be rewarded for it.
During my internship, I was rebuilding gallery walls, curating art, curating group shows, participating in group shows with the opportunity to sell my own art. And he literally told me, he's like, it's all about showing your face. So when I keep reiterating that it's literally about networking, it's literally about watching this video, taking these spaces I'm giving you and going to their show. I have linked all these spaces' websites, which links to their social media. If you see that there's an art opening, go to that art opening. They will see a new face and they will prompt to know you. If they don't talk to you, you talk to them and you make it known, like, I want to be a part of this community. I want to learn about the art. This community in Columbus, people will help you. Everyone wants to bring each other up. Like New York, LA, super competitive cities. But Columbus is so like small and unknown that people don't really know that energy. They don't really care for that energy. They don't want it to be a competition. I met Lance, and he's an artist from New York who now lives in Columbus, and he still travels around and like does art residencies everywhere because he loves to travel, but he moved from New York City to Columbus. The space I would like to talk about is All People Arts Gallery. This is where I literally started my career in the arts. All People Arts Gallery, I did what I'm telling y'all to do. I literally showed up to one of their events and I talked to people. I talked to practically everyone in the room because the energy I got being in that space, it was electric. The open night reception was empowering. Much like the name All People Arts, all people are welcome. You can be your authentic self there. They are the most inclusive space in Columbus, Ohio I've literally ever been to. Any race, any gender, any sexuality, any sexual orientation, whatever like label you have, they will accept you and celebrate you. I made it known when I was there. I said, I'm a young artist. At the time I was in high school. So I said that. I said, I'm in high school. I'm a high school student. And at the time I hadn't even graduated yet. And I was like, I literally asked, I said, what would it take to have my own show? And she said, put your name, your number, your email on this page. We'll contact you. Curated and organized my first exhibition. And that will forever be on my artistic resume. And it was paid opportunity with artists from all over Central Ohio, from Bexley, from Dublin. That perspective changes, and it was really interesting to experience. Like, you don't realize like the place you live in it affects who you are as an individual. Right down the street from All People Arts is House of Kai. Now, I've not really participated in a lot of events there, but I hear they got cool stuff going on. A cool like teenage vibe. And it reminded me of like Disney Channel for some reason, which was really nostalgic. Check it out. Some of these places will want you to be a member, but like for me, I don't know, pay to play situations are kind of complicated. Like, you're walking a fine line of like, yeah, I want to get experience, but some places you're not actually going to make money at. The spaces I've had like my least favorite experiences in have been places where you have to pay to showcase your art. It shouldn't really work like that. No, I don't know. I've experienced a lot of spaces, like for instance in Dublin, Ohio, there's a gallery called Tara. It's Tara. I always say Tara, I don't know. Tara is like a beautiful name, but Tara Art Gallery in Dublin is a space where like you can volunteer your time, like host classes and then showcase your art. And I think spaces like that are really cool, where opposed to like you have to pay a fee to like showcase your work to sell. I'm like, I don't know. It's not bad when galleries take a percentage of it because they literally have to run off of something and then they take the rest of the percent. One thing I've experienced is that doesn't really apply when you work within these spaces. When you do volunteer work, when you participate in the collective, in the community, you're not gonna have to pay, and you're also gonna get the experience of like, for instance, I'm the secretary of the Milo Arts District. I haven't really been to a lot of meetings recently because I've been super busy, but that volunteer work, I don't have to pay to play because I am a character in the game. So that's a little gem. But I do want to say, beware of people that are going to waste your time. Set a time limit for yourself of how much volunteer work you want to do. For instance, Block Fort, like getting paid hourly was a job, and a lot of the other spaces I volunteered in previously felt like a job without the pay. And that's not a bad thing, because I got the Block Fort job because I got my foot in the door with these other spaces. However, I was graduating high school, this place of like confinement, and people in informal spaces will make it seem like y'all are blood relatives that have known each other in different lives, and it's like this intensity. Whoa,
Never thought like I could be appreciated as an artist.
and it's like, oh, this is so lovely. I feel so appreciated for the work I'm putting into it. And then all of a sudden it shifts and you're left feeling rotten. And I just want to like bring this up. No one warned me. And as I share these spaces, like, it is a city, you do have to be safe, not only because some of these areas are still up and coming. Be wary, this is a city scene, but at the same time, explore, talk to people, like, but be wary. An artist who now I absolutely adore, like, invited to a studio after meeting him, and I declined. I said, no, I'm okay, because I'm a young girl and he's an older man. And like, you do have to be wary of those dynamics, but not to the point where you're gonna like miss out on a bond. Like, I have learned a lot of valuable insights about life through these older folks, and whether you want to admit it or not, like, they're not always your friends. You really don't know much yet, and you will only know things by experience. Sometimes it's hard to decipher whether their intentions are good or bad. At least for me it was, and I feel stronger and more wise through just like going with it and like trusting myself and like my limits. And like, tell your parents where you are, like have them come with you. My first couple times at the Franklinton Fridays, for instance, I went with my mom, and it was really nice. Like, it's food trucks and it's like adults and like young life, like all at once. Yeah, I recommend all these spaces. And to showcase that Columbus is lit, I want to showcase like networking and like the questions to ask and like talking to people and connecting with people. And I want to show people how to do that, but it's not really something I can like tell you how to do. It's more so just like watch and do it in your own way. And there's a lot to learn from just human connection. And even if you're like about to go to art school, this could be a really good opportunity to enhance that even more. Columbus can really be a building ground. These spaces really need that. These spaces really need young people. You decide, but you have my permission to be a full-time artist. I'm literally sitting here recording this video, like that's my studio. That's my studio. Funded through the Greater Columbus Art Council. That's a hidden gem. Really a grant system. Really apply, showcasing your art, coming up with an idea of what you would do with the funds. This year I got a grant that covered the ticket to Paris, and I booked that flight because I wanted to experience that, and I completely changed as a human being. I always explore possibilities. Why? And I'll be like, why not? Because why not? Explore your city, explore art, and like explore your interests. And please subscribe if you would like to check out more content like this, because I will be documenting the journey.